Hi everyone, I'm back and today I am doing Dylan's room. I'm finishing it and getting done because I've had enough. This is a long drawn out thing now. So I will put the other parts of this in the description because there's like 2 other videos in his room as well, deep cleaning it, trying to paint it and fill holes in and stuff in his room. So here I've filled in the holes in this area and I'm just sandpapering it ready to paint. Sorry if this is a bit long-winded. I only show half of it getting sandpapered. It took a while for me to think, oh yeah, that is smooth enough to paint, because I didn't want a lumpy wall. I had just little to no motivation for the last 2 videos in Dylan's room. For various reasons, I was just not motivated and I didn't want to do it. I was putting it off. But this day I'm like, no, let's get it done. I'm getting it done, dusted. Don't want to keep coming back in here and painting and sanding. So by the time this is done, I did paint each side of this wall. It was a close paint match, but it wasn't an exact one, so I just painted it because it needed freshening up anyway. But by the end of the video, I hadn't put the things back on the wall just because I wanted it to fully dry. So the day after, which is today, I put all the things back on, like his hat hooks and a shelf thing he had on his wall. But I have told him he's got to put all the Lego bits back up himself and these hats back on himself. Whether he's done it, I don't know. They're probably still sat on his desk. We'll find out in the morning. I'm annoyed because I've got lots of sandpaper somewhere and I just couldn't find it. So my partner went out to the shop for me and got me some more sandpaper. I think it was like $1.29 for quite a few sheets of sandpaper. But I bet you anything I'll find it. But the next time I need sandpaper, I won't find any again. I did want to get this video done so I can add it on to Sophia's room clean video, just to get it all done in one. But I wanted to get that up ready for Saturday, and I did this the day after, so it was just not possible to get it done in time to add it to that video. I think this turned out really well. It looks so much better anyway. And I'm glad I filled in all around just so you didn't get that, so you didn't see where the paint was, the old paint. Sophia was home this day, so I was a bit worried about being able to finish it, but it was fine. So in a minute I will stop, so I've done half of it and I'm going to show you how smooth it's come out, how well it's turned out, and then after that you'll see the whole thing sanded, because I don't think you want to see me, I can't even remember how long I was sanding for, but you don't want to see me sanding the whole thing. Very long-winded. So now I'm just going to show you that bottom half that I've sanded. So obviously the camera doesn't do it justice of how doesn't do any justice to how smooth I managed to get it. And then there's the whole thing sanded. And then I just use a dry cloth to wipe off any dust, any of the filler. I should have covered Dylan's bed and I didn't, but I did move his pillows, but I changed the sheets anyway. But I think it turned out really well. And for some reason it didn't need as many coats as the other side did when I painted that. So now I'm just going to paint it. I'm going to try and remember what the colour is. It's a B&Q own one and it's called Chelsea. I can't remember the make though. I think it's Home something. It's not the same paint that was on the wall, but it's a very close match. I think they stopped doing that and just replaced it with this shade of red. I think it's just a tidgy bit darker, but you can't tell unless you're really close to it. So I covered the field bit, and then I just painted the rest of that side of the wall, and then I took the little round shells down that was on the other side, and I painted that wall too. I should have covered Dylan's bed. I don't know why I did. I don't think I really had anything to cover it with, but I should have tried. But it just got a bit of like filler dust on it. And I don't know why I put this off. It was such a quick job when I started doing it. It didn't take long because it's only a little wall, not much of a wall to paint. And then here I'm just going to paint the other half of the wall. And I really should have moved that net curtain. I didn't get any on it, but I should have moved it. And I just chucked all the... So Dylan has some like Lego models and little bits and pieces on the shelves that are on that wall, and I just put them on the bed. And then when I was tidying his room, I just put them on his desk and thought he can put them away if I can put the shelves and the hat hooks back up. I couldn't find a proper screwdriver, so I had to... I don't know what the screwdrivers are called with the single bit, if you know what I mean, not the star type shape. But I had to use a different thing, but it did the job. So I should have took the bits off the shelves there as well that are right up against the wall, but I just took his globe off. But yeah, it didn't take long to paint this wall, so I don't know why I put it off. And the annoying thing is I couldn't find the roller I was using, but I did find another one in the cupboard, but it's not as good as the other roller. And I couldn't find my paint tray, so I had to use a pasta bowl with a bag over it with paint in. But here is the before and after. It looks so much better. And here's a close-up. The paint is still wet here. But like this is, I think about one coat, maybe two. So it's covered a lot better than the other side. But I think it's looking good and a lot better than it was. So here's the mess that I've made in Dylan's room. And so I wanted to tidy up, but before I tidied up, so I bought him this Queen picture in September for his birthday, and it's just been sat there. He probably didn't know what to do with it. I've been meaning to get a frame or find a frame. I've got frames here and I can't find them. Some grey ones I actually bought for his room. But I got this from work. It was $4.50, but it was 30% off. And it's a little bit smaller than what I needed, but it's going to do the trick. And it looks so good when it's done. I hate them little bits that keep the back of the frame in. They just hurt your fingers and so fiddly. So I took this off. It turns out, you can put like 2 pictures in it as well. It's got a little frame there. But yeah, I put the Queen picture in the frame. It was so fiddly trying to get it into position and to look right. So it took a lot longer than it should have. A lot of fiddling about. I probably should have fast forwarded this as well, but I didn't. Just showed it in real time. So there's a lot of me turning it around, moving it about, trying to line it up. So as you can see, I should have probably got the neck size up, but I didn't want to pay that little bit more. A bit stingy, and I should have, just so you can see the top bit of the black part of the frame in there. But I think it looks fine. I think Dylan likes it. It looks good, and it's done the job of covering up that bit where there's a wall plug in the wall that I can't get out. So trying to be really careful. Then that back of the paper gets caught in them little bits that keeps the back of the frame in. It's just a pain. So I think I had to do this like a couple of times. Like take it out, pull it back in. They're just so fiddly. I think the whole process probably, when I looked back at the camera, I think it took like 4 minutes. It's like, how does it take 4 minutes just to put a picture in a frame? So I looked at it there and I thought, it needs adjusting just a tiny bit. I don't think Dylan would have cared, but I would know. And I'd look at it thinking, oh, I want to change that, and I wouldn't, so I was better off doing it now. I should have took all them papers out. I didn't need all of that. I could have just put one bit back in. So I did get this for Dylan's birthday in September, and a poster. I don't know if I got any other Queen bits, but he loves Queen. He loves like rock music. He plays guitar. He has piano lessons. He just loves music, but he really loves I've got to try and think of the name now. Oh, Black Sabbath. So I want to get him some Black Sabbath bits as well. He loves Ozzy Osbourne. So maybe for his birthday, or is that too far away? Yeah, maybe for his birthday I'll get him some Black Sabbath bits. Because I'm running out of ideas. What do you get a teenager for their birthdays and Christmases? Especially when they just like grunt at everything and act like everything's an insult to them. Just what do you get them? He's really happy with his birthday stuff. So I did get him a phone for his birthday. It was just a reconditioned Samsung, and he dropped it on the way home. And so he offered, and he had some money. He offered to buy another one for himself, so he bought the same phone. But we've had problems with that as well. So I think I'm gonna have to get him a new phone. We're gonna try and get the money back on it. But yeah, so I think that looks really good. I could have paid a little bit more to get the bigger frame, but I think it still looks good. And I think it looks really nice with his guitar there. So he bought himself that guitar. We bought him the amp for Christmas. So this is the room where we painted, and it is still wet, so you can see a little strip still. And there's the mess on his desk with his hats and Lego bits. So I've made his bed. I'm just going to hoover up the dust, all the dust from me sanding, and then hoover his room, and then I'm done. I'm calling it a day in his room. I've spent a lot of time in here lately doing stuff, so I couldn't wait to get out and be done. So I didn't use my usual cordless hoover. I thought, right, with this I need Hetty. So I used Hetty for the skirting board and the bit of carpet there to clean up the mess. And then I used the usual cordless hoover for his room. I thought it would have made more mess. I suppose it did make a mess, but so I was sanding for quite a while. It was a bit of a pain because I was trying to stretch the tubey bit, and because of where I had it plugged in and where it was a bit awkward. So I was trying to stretch it around, trying to get that hoovered up. But it still did a better job than my cordless hoover would have done. It is a good mate, but it's just not meant for jobs like this. So that is the carpet afterwards, all clean. Oh, and I hate that paint on the skirting boards. And then after I did that, I just hoovered his room. So that's it all hoovered. So the only real mess now is all the stuff on his desk. But like I said, I've put the shelf up now, I've put the hooks. The rest is down to him to put away. But that is it, it's finally done. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me. And I'll see you soon on another video. Thank you so much for watching.